Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another great episode of 8-Star Anime. I'm America's favorite black man, Chris Brown, along with Dave the Head and Captain Smooth Roger Broom. And we just got done watching another fairly good Studio Ghibli film known from... what are you doing?
Pointing at the box.
Ooh. And this film is entitled From Up on Poppy Hill.
Sounds like it could have been a Beatles song title.
Kind of,
Yeah. For a quick synopsis, this is what's wrong?
I didn't say a word.
I thought you did.
Did you hear my thought going, he needs to give the spoiler warning?
Not yet. Not
Yeah.
quite yet.
Yeah.
This is Yokohama, Japan in 1963. This is literally about a year before Tokyo is supposed to host the
Olympics.
Summer Olympics in 1964.
Yes.
And
63 would literally be a year before that happens.
Just let me
Math.
talk. Just let me talk.
Math is important.
Dear Lord, let me talk.
Let me see. 64 minus 63 is carry those not. Yeah. Mathematics.
Just let me talk. Anyways, and this is a time after, well after World War II, recovery from World War II, and also even the, even the Korean War at this point. And we followed the life of two students named Umi and Shun, who are going through, I guess, their typical high school love romance to find out there's a bit of bump in the road regarding their personal relationship. Now, before we continue on, I will have to say we may be a little spoilerific, because it's kind of hard to explain certain things without actually going into the film a bit.
Considering it's a major plot point.
Huge major plot point.
A little bit.
And so, if you don't want to get spoiled before seeing the film, I suggest you pause here.
It'd be like watching Ghost in the Shell and not knowing it's about cyborgs.
I know, right? It's like,
There's robots?
holy crap.
No.
But I do
Ruined the movie for me.
I do recommend
I try.
pausing this little video, go ahead and watch this film, and then come back and listen to us rant and talk about how good or bad this film may be.
We're gonna make it awkward.
Very.
This
No.
movie, This
You-
movie
no,
made it
no,
awkward.
Awkward.
It's about
How
to
did
be
I
awkward.
do it? This movie did a fine enough job on its own.
It sure
Okay,
did.
first of all, the second you found out they may be, spoiler,
Spoilers.
brother and sister, what was your look?
Oh God, no!
Oh God! It's like, I was like, dear Lord, Dad, calm down.
It's terrible. It's
I was
terrible.
like, calm down.
Shock and awe.
It's
Okay,
like,
so-
well, I mean, they spend the first third of the movie building up this wonderful little story, and it's all cute, and it's so
Yeah.
we're working together, we're becoming good friends.
Da,
Oh look, we
da,
made
da.
a newspaper. My dad was a sailor. Your dad's a sailor. We have so much in common. Oh, by the way, we have a lot in common.
Even DNA.
Not quite.
Oh.
But now that is just the A plot, the main plot of this film. There's a bit of a B plot with most of the boys in the school have a huge clubhouse, and it's old, rickety, haven't been cleaned in who knows how long,
Bugs.
and
Yeah, the silverfish. That was
Silverfish was
great,
I know.
great visual touch.
Oh.
and they're trying to save that building any way they can.
By flinging themselves out of windows.
For some odd, strange reason. This is a bit of a it does take place in the 60s. You do get that sense of slice of life. The relationships that they build, it's typical cutesy type anime where
Small town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody.
that's pretty much what it is. And so, for initial thoughts, I think this film was actually fairly good. So unlike Dave, I wasn't like having a heart attack over a simple plot point.
Yo, if a brother and sister falling in love with each other because they don't know each other's brothers and sisters is a simple plot point in your world, leave me out of it.
Look, it's one of those things where you're like, oh shit, because when they figure out they're potentially brother and sister, or they do believe they're brother and sister.
Ooh, you know what? I think I can clarify this for you for a second.
Go for it.
So, has anyone ever hit you up on Facebook and like, by the way, we might be siblings?
No.
Okay, I have.
Okay, now it makes more sense why he's a little like...
So, a person came out of blue and was like, we might be siblings. And it turned out she was my sister.
Huh.
Ah!
Her
Nice.
mother had lied to her whole life, and she didn't know.
Muzzle top.
So, I got a 7th sibling when I was like 30-something years old. 34,
Wow.
35.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now that I have been informed, and so have you...
Welcome to the Hallmark version of Dave's kooky ass life.
We have charts.
I now understand his pain.
Oh, dude, I have to write it out to explain to people who don't understand my family.
Wow.
So, with that saying, now granted, my stance on how the film plays out still kind of...
Well, sure, that's fine, but you understand
Yeah,
why I was a little bit like, oh, god, no.
Like,
Yeah.
so, my initial thought is, this is a very nice, heartwarming film, kind of cutesy.
It is.
Certain points make me laugh a lot. I mean, characters like the philosopher, I thought he was absolutely hilarious in this film. He didn't get a whole lot of screen time, but the
What
parts
he
that
did, he
well,
stole
he did,
it.
yeah, it was great. A lot of characters were like that. One of the things you'll notice in this film is every character's got some form of life in them.
Dude, the side conversation that was happening on the background was golden.
Yes.
We have to find a way to get people interested in archaeology club and make it cool. It's not gonna happen.
Paleolithic period. The Paleolithic period.
It's like, no, we're gonna make this happen to the library.
Like, even you know you're a dork.
Exactly.
How did he do that? He cut himself shaving. Oh my god, he shaves.
Yeah,
It's like a little throwaway line that was probably ADR. It's just
His
hilarious.
entire hand was messed up. How?
I thought about it later. He's probably shaving with a straight razor. So
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
He's probably cut himself with it, but still. Yeah, the little girl being...
He shaves.
Oh, he shaves. Yeah. I was like, oh god, no. But I do recommend it. This film came out here in the United States in 2012.
Okay, that explains why I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's about to say it's 5 years old, but it's not necessarily like ridiculously old.
Now, when did it come out in Japan? Do you know?
2011.
Oh, so...
So literally,
About a year.
about a year or so.
A year later.
But see, getting anime here in the United States is a lot easier and faster than
It used to be.
Yeah, no, I get that.
so.
Don't have to use the laser discs.
You mean them big silver records?
Yeah. The big ass DVDs.
So with that said, folks, with us bantering and talking about how
Technologies are gone
yeah,
far in advance.
Like
Like Betamax?
I said we go ahead and pick our favorite scene from the movie.
Oh.
And to be honest, I still think one of my favorite parts is towards the beginning where we see Shun. Like the boys are in this, clubhouse and they're like getting ready to do this big announcement, big whole thing. And Shun goes out the top window and you're on top of the roof and you're thinking, what the hell's going on? And there's this like pool,
It's a collection of rainwater.
collection of rainwater inside, and they removed the gate and everything. And Shun's supposed to be doing this big kind of publicity stunt to kind of promote, hey, you know, this building needs to stay.
Save our building.
So
Pay attention to us.
yeah, exactly.
Please.
But before he jumps, him and Umi kind of like lock eyes for like a split second, and he then jumps off. At which Umi runs in to go like, "Oh God, are you all right? Is everything okay?"
He jumps wrong because he hits the
Yeah,
shrub.
he hits
Then
Scrub
the
so
bull.
bad, and she's like, "Oh God, are you okay?" And then there's that moment of like all the boys and the girls kind of going, "Oh, the hands are locked. Oh, look at this new couple." And then she just drops him back in the water. Like, nope.
Nope.
not happening.
Oh, with that soggy scrub
So,
board.
I just thought it was hilarious because she wanted nothing to do with him at first.
Not that scruffy looking nerf herder.
Nope. I thought that was just funny to me. How about you, Roger?
I'd say probably some of my favorite stuff is probably the Umi at the house because she lives in this like large house that used to be a hospital, and she's like an innkeeper for boarders that live there, and that's how I'm guessing they keep the house going because they have the income from different people, and just her interaction with everybody at the house is awesome. We had a character that looked like Dave, so you know the one with the glasses
Acted like Dave.
acted like Dave. We called her Sunshine, but she has glasses, and she looks kind of like Velma. You'll pick her out. And yeah, I just love all the I don't go out for the slice of life stuff that much, but a lot of the people in Japan just love slice of life stuff. Just like
Well,
put it up,
no. See,
like on this high
that's
pedestal.
not, that's 100% accurate that we don't necessarily like slice of life either here in the States. It's just that
Well-
our version of slice of life is not necessarily the same as theirs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Well, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Well, no, I'm just saying I like
enjoyed
it.
it.
This
Right,
is
right.
great.
No, I mean I like slice of life stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the comedy over the drama more.
fair.
yeah.
And how about your favorite scene, sir?
I like the stuff that went on in the house, but I was actually going to say the stuff with Grandma. Because Grandma is a traditional Japanese lady. She wears a kimono the whole time. She does things proper. Everyone sits around the table. She sits down. Everyone gives blessing, and then continues to eat.
Yeah.
And yeah, when the little sister shows up, you're late. I couldn't get my hair right. And then the girl that they're
girl
talking about, the
that's
art
Dave.
girl's like,
It's
looks
hair.
like hair.
Looks like hair to me.
And I was like, spirit, homie.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was greatness.
When you can identify the people you know in the movie, then you know the
but see,
characterization
that's-
is good.
In one sentence.
But to
Exactly.
be fair, that's how slice of life should work.
Right.
You should be relating to somebody while you're watching a movie or a
You
series.
should see some similarity between there and your
So
own
you a
life.
philosophy guy?
And that's philosophy
that's
guy.
a yes.
He's like, oh god, women. Oh god. Hold on, let me straighten myself up. He's like, no, don't take my shack away. No. Oh god. They're like, hey, what's this?
2 years worth of garbage spill out.
And then they're laughing at him. He's like, no, the
If you like-
embarrassment.
If you like garbage spilling, like in Spirited Away, there's more garbage spilling in this movie, so you're really gonna enjoy it.
God, that whole building.
What
was
a weird connection.
I
It
know, right?
was.
Oh, that building was disgusting, though.
It really
was.
was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the visuals for a bit. You know, most anything at this time of age, computer animations run very smoothly. Looks pretty. The background is not, I wouldn't say 100% vibrant, but it just depends on where they were at the time and how well they either lit up the backgrounds or kind of kept it a little gritty. When they're in the clubhouse, it's a,
Oh, no, go ahead.
okay. When they're in the clubhouse, you get the kind of like the pure
Grungy.
dingy. Really?
Look, it's a house phone. We're in a house. It happens.
Yeah, I know. It's something important.
Nope.
All right.
Not that boring.
and so you get that kind of grungy kind of look to it, and they only brighten certain parts up where you have to keep focus. Like, you know, there's gonna be some dialogue over here. They're actually gonna go into this room here, blah blah type deal. Or when they're in Tokyo, where the big city, boom,
Everything's electrified.
electrified.
All the
You know,
lights.
it's huge. You know, they played up. This is the big city. You know.
Well, did you notice that all the old black and white photos were look like simple pencil sketches?
Yes.
And the historical memory when they were in the military, it looked all crisp
Yeah.
as opposed to kind of cartoony and fun.
Yep.
Mhm.
I liked that. When
Yeah.
That's why when you started talking, I was like, oh, I can actually add on to that one.
Yep.
Because I mean, they do a pretty decent job at getting you to see that. Not we can make this nice, vibrant movie for today's times, but hell, this is the '60s.
Yeah, here's a.
You know, like,
Yeah.
It's almost like getting 4 different art styles in the same movie.
yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I think they did a really good job of that. And personally, I will actually give it a 2 stars for the visuals this time around.
I shall do so as well.
And any particular reasons on your end?
Just like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
all the little tricks, all the twists. When the art itself is telling the story,
yes.
I mean, I'm not an artist, and even though my spirit homie is, and her art picture was a wackadoo mess of colors,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, it was impressive.
I agree.
I liked it. I liked it for all the reasons that Chris liked it, and the visual style I thought was very vibrant in just about every shot. Unlike they were like walking by the ships and like in the dock, and it was kind of dark but still kind of like you could see the reflection of the light hitting off the water from the like fake light hitting the water and reflecting on the ships. I thought it was like pretty much a moving Thomas Kincaid painting, so I would give it 2 stars also.
Excellent. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go to the audio. Audio I thought was really nice, really crisp. You can tell this was 60s. Because they purposely tried to make the music truly fit that times.
I don't know if they tried, and I think they used music from that time period,
period.
Yep.
And
and it was pretty cool.
yeah,
Even if it wasn't Japanese and I don't know it.
you may not know it, but I'm about to say, when you hear the music, you're like, this sounds like it's definitely from the 60s.
Traditional style
It's the
music.
music. And they do a fairly good job because, you know, when they're traveling and whatnot, they'll play some quick, you know, or they're doing a montage, they'll play some quick music in the back, and I like that.
Like we said as well, they blend the sound effects, they blend the dialogue, and they have background dialogue. All of that blends so well that it becomes a real world.
And that's the part that got me. It was like, it didn't seem like, okay, we're having this major dialogue here, and nothing else is going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's this major dialogue, and if there's some kind of quick pause, here's these two jokers at the bottom going, da, 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 and then back.
What
to
do you
it.
see through your telescope?
Yeah.
I was happy that it was the summertime and we didn't hear them damn bugs.
Yeah.
That's
The cicadas.
Well, it's because they didn't really focus too much of the nature itself, as they were really always either at school or in the boarding house, or
Right.
you know, we're in some form of fashion somewhere, dealing with pinch people and whatnot. Because the part that always got me was like that stuff in philosophy guy was great. Hey girls, you want to hear about philosophies, the secrets of life? Chemistry club blows up in the background. And I'm thinking about
It's over there.
and then they're like, he's like, oh, so it's like, man, you guys interrupted me. Guy goes, oh,
You're welcome.
you're welcome, ladies. I was like, wow.
And then they are looking, we got 2 more floors of this crap.
Shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, for audio, I'll definitely also have to give this a 2 stars.
Ditto.
I think they truly hit the nail on the head on this one. I not really too many flaws. I mean, everything just flowed well. Even the conversations that were meant to have, like they just.
Now, and to be fair, we watched the English dub.
Yes.
It was done well. When you get the talent that they pick, it's kind of hard not to.
Well, that's the thing about Studio Ghibli films is
They'll
they
usually pick the right
pick
guy, right
they'll
people.
pick the best of the best they believe fits that character. A star talent. It just kind of becomes a thing. Let's see.
It's a thing.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and go into the story.
Did you talk more about audio, I guess?
I said enough.
Okay.
Did you want to talk more?
Well, I like the scenes that they put together pretty much because one staple of Studio Ghibli is having a lot of conversations going on in the same room in the same different groups of people. So I love kind of how they did that, and I just enjoyed. And they actually break into song off and on, so I like that because
That was weird
that was
to me.
actually a part.
Was it?
It was odd to me.
How so?
I just wasn't expecting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the first time when they're all like, nah, we're going to cover up, and we were arguing and fighting, but here comes everybody so la 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 la. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if I was a teacher, I'd be like, why are you guys all standing around singing? This ain't the chorus club.
Well,
The second time made a little bit more sense because they were trying to be grateful and impressive to the president. And
yeah.
Still weird, but I get it.
Gotcha. Alright, so folks, we go to the story a bit. Like we said, we had our A plot where 2 lovers find out they may be brother and sister.
Ooh.
To find out later, they are not.
Nope.
So that romance is able to bloom and move on. And whatnot. Perhaps. You know, where the story ends is pretty much where we get the idea of, oh, we're not brother and sister. We can actually follow our feelings.
Credits!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how that happens. For the B plot, what Storehouse, the president finally decides.
I liked him. He cracked me
Yeah.
up.
He was cool.
Fantastic guy. I like how he tells them, hey, oh man, I hate to tell y'all, I still need to build a building, but luckily for you, I have to build it somewhere else.
And that's my job.
Yeah.
Find a new place to put
Put
it.
it.
Wait, he's not tearing the place down?
Yeah.
I thought there was an awkward moment of
Right,
silence.
right? Like,
Oh, we won. Okay, yeah.
it's like the speech Bilbo gives when on his 111st birthday. He says what he says, and everybody's like, "Wait, do we get insulted?"
Yeah, no, right?
What did he say?
And so far, I mean, and with that, you get with the 2 plots, you have the regular family in the boarding house kind of interacting with the storyline with the relationship. Then with the clubhouse, it's house is school, going to protect their history.
Well, it's almost another community. I mean,
It really was a community in and of
It
itself.
looked like Singapore.
in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
And what I like about it is you're seeing this reaction of people coming together, and now it's funny because people at the school who weren't part of that clubhouse were kind of like, "Who are these
They
young
got
kids?"
fired up.
Yeah, they got fired up, and they're like, "No, we're going to help these guys." So they're all rushing in to get this place clean. So not only are you got these mountains of club members, but you got the people who run support them and say, "Hey,
Well,
this is a part of history."
The sports club started helping
No,
out.
no.
All the
Girls
girls
started-
who didn't look like they ever went within 20 meters of the place.
Yeah.
Came in and helped out. Like they were just like, "What the hell?"
This was a girl-free zone before this.
For the most part, but I don't think it's not.
It was a soap-free place.
No, it wasn't this. It was a girl-free place. It's not like girls were not invited.
Right,
Yeah.
it's that they knew better.
Yeah, that's it. So
You can see
There were
the-
things falling off the building, and it was a death trap.
You can see the two girls walk in, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's a girl!" Huh?
Oh my god,
It's-
it's a garbage dump.
it's like, hey, you think they're shooting us? No,
No,
no.
I doubt it.
It's like, this is greatness. And so, both of those stories, both intertwining within each other a little bit here and there, just seem to flow so well because there's a lot to kind of relate to because the whole clubhouse thing I can semi-relate to that. The school I went to had something very similar that we tried to keep up with and whatnot, so I kind of like that. It spoke to me a little bit. This is something I would have fought for during my school time to keep it going.
Well,
And
that's kind of funny because you kept making jokes. The poor girl's got to do her 55 chores in the morning, and I'm like, they're not really 55 chores. It's called getting up, feeding your family, getting ready for the day.
Well, she also runs.
well, I
the
was
place.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
make fun of that.
That's
Yeah.
life. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
But I didn't make fun of that.
no, I was,
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
that was my part of the story that I
Yeah.
liked was how they incorporated real historical aspects to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
to
what I
put the food in the
Like,
floor.
yeah,
stuff
pulling
like
had a floor storage, the way that she did her rice, and
that. She got a box and
yeah,
at the top.
Just,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was great.
as you go
buy
well,
fresh food
you know,
at the
as,
market.
As you're sitting there going, why is she, spilling the rice back over? I said, it's a measuring cup too, you jackass. I was like, you get your portions out.
That was supposed to be a
It's-
joke, but
it's
just like
2
whoosh.
cups of rice to 4 cups of water. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. But no, it just flows so well because, like, you could tell her, like, at the beginning she was adamant about going home and make sure everything
Right.
was good for me. Like, okay, I got to stop by the butcher to get some pork. I got to stop by the,
This place to do this.
to get fish. You got to grab this. And then until later on where it's kind of like, oh, I got someone covered for me. I can help y'all do this, do that, blah, blah. I'm thinking, you can tell she's now dedicated to
The
being
guy.
with Shun as well as, helping out.
well, just being a more well-rounded social person, not just I go to school, I go home. I go to school,
Well-
I go home.
Well, that was also part of the point with the grandmother because she was trying to
Right.
tell her to start doing that. Like, look,
Are
yeah,
you
sure,
working too hard?
you're
Is
working
there too much responsibility?
you're still sad about your father being gone because it makes me sad to see you
Yes,
go
yes,
out there
and yes.
every week to raise flags and find somebody to be the replacement. And in a sense, Shun ends up kind of being that replacement to a bit. Okay, now you know that's a sort of plot point. It's in the
Yeah, I
story.
mean, she thinks that.
And so, well, she does think that because she even brings it up later on. in
Yeah,
the
because
film.
there's a weird dream sequence.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Trippy.
Really weird. But in terms of story, personally, as I talk about it, without getting too deep in it, I will give it a 2 stars myself. I thought it flowed very well. It had cute moments, funny moments, dramatic moments.
I think the story was good as well. That's why I gave it a 2. Also, it's well thought out. It's got a few twists and turns. Sometimes you can kind of see some of the stuff coming, but
I mean, it's so
the
good.
reveal at the end makes sense, especially for the time period and what was going on. All the side stories are well woven into it, not a distraction. I like it.
Yeah. For the story, I gave it 2 stars too because it was a fun ride, pretty much to get to where it was going. So I enjoyed it, and I don't know, it's kind of. I would have liked to see the background characters kind of develop more, like Philosophy Guy or something like that. But I think they.
So you'd be happy with a sequel?
Oh yeah, give me a sequel.
To be honest, having the background characters having little screen time, it kind of happens because there's a lot of background characters.
Yeah.
Well, it's a school.
And so what happens is they pick certain people that would stand out. The philosophy guy was a good guy to stand out. The
Well, even in the beginning, when the student council president at first,
Yeah.
I was like, this is. I didn't really care, but is he and is it Lumi or Umi? Umi's little sister.
Yeah.
Started hanging out. I kind of liked him a little bit better. He had personality, and
Yeah.
he wasn't just a trope.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about it is he saw the relationship between Umi and Shun, was kind of like, I think I'll step in and see the little sister on out.
Right.
Give him that moment.
Yeah.
And then that just kind of worked out for them too. They started getting along, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, they picked specifically and roughly which characters would get a bit of shine in certain spots. Just like the plaster girl with the philosopher because the philosopher can't plaster a wall and save his life. Yeah. So she comes in and says, hey, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Hold on, let me show you.
He's like, wow.
Shoot. There you go. And he's just like,
you're beautiful.
Beautiful. No, I'm at the wall. Like, oh, shit.
He's like, how'd you do that? And she's like, my dad's like plaster king of this city.
Yeah, right?
So, boom.
So, now for overall enjoyment, personally, I will have to also give it 2 stars. To be honest, it's just an overall just great film. Sure there may be some ups and downs for certain people, but I just liked it overall. I think it told a great story, twists and turns. Yes, like you were saying, some things were obvious, but a lot of stories, there's got to be the plot point where if it wasn't obvious or they didn't do the obvious, it would seem weird.
That's okay. It was still weird.
Yeah.
For you, maybe. Anyways, your thoughts?
I gave it 1, and the reason I gave it 1 is because I thought this is a Studio Ghibli film.
Yes.
What film have I given an 8 to? Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
Which is another Studio Ghibli film.
Would I rather watch this than Princess Mononoke? No.
Probably not.
True.
That makes sense.
Okay, so while I think this is great, and I think it's a better introduction anime film than Princess Mononoke would be,
Yes.
Princess Mononoke is my style of anime. This is fun, and I like it a lot. I think we almost had 8s across the board for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And the only reason I'm not giving it an 8 is because it's not my favorite Studio Ghibli film. By itself, it would have been an 8.
Yeah.
There you go. And you, sir?
I give it a 1 star too. I just would have done some things different with the storyline, pretty much. I know it was probably a sign of the times, the whole debate thing. I probably would have cut the debate and then done like another like team building exercise between Shun and like Umi. I didn't feel like the debate did a whole lot to add to the thing. I mean, it showed like the whole.
It was a moment of comedy.
It was a moment of comedy, but it also kind of.
The question comes down: do you think it was funny?
No. Well, I look at it kind of this way. It's the debate served a small purpose to the idea of what to do with the building and how to deal with the problem that they had. Now.
It also
the debate wasn't really about the building though. It was about like war. Like I think it was like some kind of like debate, like current affairs. Like
no, they were debating what to do about the building.
Oh, they were.
But
I didn't get that.
But the problems in Japan's government at the time and the traditions of pre-war versus after-war personality types showed up in this little mini cosmos.
So that was kind of why it was there.
You're like the old men. You just tell people what to do.
Yeah. That bit of dialogue actually is what brought that whole thing, because otherwise it was unnecessary. Yeah. Now the other part to it is this is the part where we see Umi go, I can't make the debate, not the other. And when she gets to the fish guy to go buy fish for the evening, it's kind of one of those things where she makes that decision to go.
Wait, I am going to go.
You know what? I'm going to go to this debate. This is important to me. So now she goes back to the debate, regardless of how good or bad it made the movie.
But it's also a point that lets you see Shun as a leader and not just a daredevil doodad head.
Yeah.
I jump off buildings and I like newspapers. Well, okay, that's nice, but I'm willing to stand up for what I believe. I have integrity. I am willing to lead people.
It's more of a turning point where she picked Shun over her old life.
I don't know about that. It's just a moment where you as the audience can go, okay, this kid's got more to him than just, he's not a trope.
He's not your cookie cutter character.
Right.
And this is the part where we see, okay, she has enough interest in him and what he does to help to actually come to him versus doing her normal
Both
routine.
of the characters are three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do in a story, especially just a 2-hour story.
Yeah.
And I think this one does so well is because not only are they three-dimensional, but so many of the side characters are three-dimensional for a moment, in their moments.
Which is just enough for you to go, ha! I like the philosopher guy. Hey,
Right.
I like this person.
Hey, the guy running that 3-wheel vehicle. You know,
yeah, he's kind of funny. You know, it's like, okay, now we're starting to see just tidbits kind of come and flourish.
I mean, you think about it. How much did you enjoy seeing the manager, and how much was he in the movie? He was in the movie for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, the president guy,
The student president.
Student president. He was one that, at first, you're thinking he's going to be that straight-laced
Right.
guy, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, I think I know what's going on, all right? And especially during the debate scene where he's sitting there, if you ever, during the whole scene, he doesn't say a word. He just sits
He's
there.
watching.
He's watching.
He's the watchdog.
And then the single guy comes in saying, oh, shit.
They're coming.
And he moves to the center stage, and everybody
Starts singing.
It starts singing. All of a sudden, everybody just stops what they're doing. And I was like,
singing.
okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I said, he knew his role, and he did it the way he knew how. He said, they can do what they want. They fight, they debate, whatever. Oh, shit. Company's coming. Whoop.
Yeah.
Let's talk proper.
I like the singing school aspect. That's why I got 2 stars on the audio aspect for me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, almost 8s across the boards. And to be honest, it's that good of a film.
It is.
Now, if you sat through the video, yes, we did spoil quite a good chunk of small bits and pieces here and there. We had to give away the plot points here.
It's impossible to talk about the movie without talking about that.
It really hard. I was about to say, it's kind of funny because it's kind of the same way with The Girl Who Lived Through Time.
Right.
It was so hard to not...
Like, the girl who lived through time. What'd she do? Well, she time travels.
It's kind of hard not to spoil that. That's like... So, I do recommend checking out this film.
And it would be a good one to show to your friends who've never watched anime and want to know, hey, why are you such an otaku?
I say, this is one of the reasons why. With that said, folks, I'm Air Straight Black Man, Dave the Head, Captain Smooth. We'll see you next time.